study American literature chronologically, which means we start in about the 1600s. We go all the way to about the 1960s. So we study different thought patterns that emerged during American literature, and we watch how philosophies and style change based on historical cultural events that affect America. And we look at how different authors influence the culture, and vice versa, how the culture influences different authors. First semester is a lot of shorter works because simply America was just being developed. There wasn't a whole lot of novels for the first 100 years of our existence. So we do a lot of short essays, short stories, and then we end with a play. Second semester is primarily all novels. So it's a novel-based unit, and kids will be expected to do some historical context to start a unit. They will study the literature of the unit, so it might be a novel or the short stories. They will do a lot of graphic organizers, literature reflections, short writings, quizzes, and every unit ends with a major test and a major paper. This is a pretty language-intensive class simply because a lot of the work, especially in the first semester, comes from the 1600s, 1700s. The reading has elevated sentence structures, elevated vocabulary. We're assuming that you should score on a WIDA about a 5 or a 6 to function in American literature comfortably. You have to read about a novel every 3 weeks, so that gives you an idea of the rate or the speed of the class. And the tests require you to have a fair amount of reading fluency because you have to get through about 80 questions plus an essay in an 80-minute class period. Even though it is a literature class, there is a fair amount of writing, especially with the activities and the essays. There's also a fair amount of presentation. Students are expected to work in groups and present information and do kind of reciprocal teaching in the class. There's no fee for American literature. Well, I think it's just really helpful to have an understanding of different thought processes or the philosophies that are shaping a culture, how the literature that these people wrote in, say, 1920, 1930, 1700s, the relevant themes that exist, you can still see that sort of universal human experience. So even though it's American literature, the themes and the ideas are very universal and alive and well, and there's a reason they're called classics, is because those authors have captured the human experience. By reading and studying that, it helps you approach the world you're living in now.